Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to Adventures of a Traveling Don and a brand new series we're starting here in Texas. That is right, I'm going to be spending the next few weeks going around my part of Central Texas, Austin, maybe get down to San Antonio. Who knows? We might even get up to Dallas. We'll see. But we're going to start here in the Austin area and showcase some great food places. And in this video, we're starting with a little barbecue. So let's go to 3 different places for barbecue that you've never seen on this channel. Okay, so the first stop that we're here on this barbecue tour here in Austin is a place called Interstellar, and this is like on the very northwestern part of Austin, right on the border of Northwest Austin and Cedar Park. And this place has been open for about 6 years now. I got to talking to the pitmaster before we went in, Brett. He's done a great job with all this stuff. He kind of comes from the whole Terry Black line, I believe is where he kind of started off. But this place is fantastic. I mean, they do post oak in the smokers. Of course, slow cooking, just like any good Texas barbecue. And of course, they're known for their pork belly and their brisket. They also have the beef ribs. Unfortunately, we are here a little bit too late for the beef ribs. You got to get here early if you want those beef ribs, that's for sure. But we went ahead and got our first platter here. And of course, a lot of great stuff. The pork belly, which is a peach tree glaze. And then, of course, the chopped brisket that you see right here. So we're gonna go ahead and try that. Of course, you got the Gouda mac and cheese. We got ourselves a s'mores brownie. So I'm gonna go ahead and try some of this stuff, and I'll let you guys know how it tastes. All right, so first up is the pork belly. I love pork belly. I've never had it with a little kind of like a peach tree marinade sauce, so we're gonna try that real quick. Oh, fatty, melts in your mouth. That is absolutely delicious. And the peach tree kind of adds that nice little sweet fruitiness to it. It is really, really good pork belly. I gotta get another piece of that just for you guys to see. That kind of dangles there. Look at that, and that looks absolutely delicious. Oh.
It's almost like caramelized too.
It is. As I make a mess on me. Oh man, that's so good. All right, so for our second meat that we have, of course, is the chopped brisket that we have here at the front. So I'm gonna try that first, as is. See, I think that is their own house barbecue sauce that they put on the marinade, so we'll see. They told me if you do sliced brisket, it's fine to do it without the sauce, but generally chopped brisket, because it'll dry out a lot faster, you wanna have that sauce that mix in. Oh, that's very, very good. Whatever seasoning they use when they smoke it, absolutely phenomenal. Very tender chopped brisket. That's really good. And I actually got some tortillas. I'm gonna load that up, tortilla up a little bit and make almost like a small little brisket taco. All right, so just kind of your own basic little brisket taco. This is homemade and handmade tortillas that they make in-house, so it's nice and warm as well. Try this real quick.
So. It's not quite pickled.
That is perfect in a taco. I would honestly recommend, because they have a whole taco section in there as well. If you're doing the taco with the brisket, do the chopped brisket instead of the sliced brisket. That is fantastic. Okay, so for the side, of course, you got to get some mac and cheese. This is a smoked Gouda mac and cheese. I love me some Gouda mac and cheese, and they do it proper. You got the breadcrumbs on top, so let's go ahead and get a couple of pieces in there. Look at that. Nice and gooey. Oh. Very, very, very nice mac and cheese, and I like that they use the shells. That's perfect. That is a fantastic mac and cheese. I could probably use a little bit of bacon, but honestly, outside of that, really good. So if you guys watched the travel Q&A that I did a couple weeks ago, you guys will know that I'm trying to step out more and more when it comes to the food that I eat. Now, I'm not a big pickle guy. I love cucumbers, but for some reason, there's something about pickles specifically I don't like. But these are their own homemade pickles, and I have just been told by my sister who's joining me with this, she wants to stay off camera, but she's already said, you gotta try the pickle with the chopped brisket in the taco. So we're gonna give this a try real quick. Like I said, I don't like pickles generally. Oh. That's actually really good. It's not dilly at all. That's the thing. It's almost more like a sweet pickle. Probably hasn't been pickled for very long, but you know what? That's pretty good. So these tacos are actually very versatile, at least when you have the tortillas, because I'm also, now that the pickle's gone, I am adding mac and cheese to my brisket taco. Like, just goozing out. So mac and cheese chopped brisket taco, here we go. Oh, that's fantastic. Those two on top of each other. Mac and cheese trying to spill out the back. That is... Don't even get the tacos that they have there. Just get chopped brisket, mac and cheese on the side, and some tortillas. And make your own mac and cheese chopped brisket taco. And then put some pickle on it. That's fantastic. All right, so for the last part of this particular spot here at Interstellar, we are going to have their s'mores chocolate brownie. So, as you can see, absolutely scrumptious looking. Very decadent. Actually, very, very rich. Good Lord, that was... Getting that chunk out of there was a little tough, but let's try this real quick. Oh, yeah. It's a very, very rich brownie. Kind of the s'mores marshmallow on top with the caramel. It's kind of like the icing on the cake for you there. And that is a fantastic brownie. Interstellar, like I said, 6 years old. They just, at the end of 2024, got a Michelin Star for barbecue here in Texas. It's just absolutely fantastic. All right, so spot number 2 for barbecue is a place called KG BBQ, and this is kind of like really in near the center of Austin. It's kind of on the east side off of Manor Road, and this is a little different because this is, the chef is named Khareem. He's originally from Cairo, Egypt. Came here in 2016, started learning from all the pit masters here that he could get to here in Austin, Texas, and he created his own place called KG BBQ. It's right next to Oddwood Brewing Company, so you can go and get a beer and then come out here to their food truck. This place, I believe, has been on, I think Sonny did it on Best Food Review Show. It's been on a few other different places, so I finally get to try it myself. But it is Texas barbecue with an Egyptian spices and Egyptian style and flair. So it's kind of a unique thing here in Texas. But we're going to go ahead and try this. But first off, I had to get myself a Hibiscus Mint tea. You don't find this at any other barbecue joint in Texas. So cheers. Oh, that's good. That's very refreshing too. It's got a nice little pucker to that. Now let's dig into the barbecue. So we're going to be doing 3 different things here, and the first one is, of course, the meat that we're trying. At least the main meat item that we're trying is their Mediterranean sausage, and this is this is a pork sausage, but it does have, I believe, green olives, tomatoes, and feta cheese in here. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try. I've never had a sausage with feta cheese mixed into it, so let's give this a bite. Oh man, that's good. Very light too. Like it's not as heavy as some pork sausages I've had. Wow, that is nice. With that feta cheese in there, that's fantastic. All right, so we're gonna try that sausage with their own house sauce. We'll see what this is. I don't even know what's in the sauce personally, but we'll go ahead and try that real quick. That's actually very nice. A little sweetness to it. Almost like it's got some cranberry in there. I don't know all the spices, but that's really good. Yeah, you get the Mediterranean sausage. Get the little barbecue sauce that comes with it. So our side is going to be basically a baladi salad, which is basically marinated cucumbers. It's got onions, tomatoes, and yep. So that's pretty much it in there. So it's just basically a cucumber tomato salad with some red onions in there. But that marinade on there, whatever that dressing is, it's nice. It actually has a little bit of spice to it. Like That is fantastic. Piece de resistance for this particular spot here at KG is their rice bowl. So they have basically kind of like that yellow Mediterranean rice with, we got lamb, so shredded lamb. I think it's like the lamb shoulder that they do. And then, of course, it's the balbati salad on top. So you've got the tomatoes and the cucumbers, but you also do have spiced, looks like cashews and almonds and pomegranate seeds in there. So we're going to try and get as much as possible all into one bite, even try and get those almonds on there. It's a little tough, but we're going to try this out real quick. Oh. First off, whatever seasoning I put on that lamb is fantastic. But all that together, the pomegranate kind of, oh, that just bit into the pomegranate right there. That juice added into the meat, the tahini sauce that they put on there, just adding in all the nuts and everything. That was fantastic. The freshness of the cucumber and the tomato. Yeah, the rice bowl, honestly, I think this is where it's at. Get the lamb rice bowl when you come here. This is amazing. Oh man, that is absolutely delicious. I gotta say, definitely check out KG Barbecue. Just those spices, particularly on the lamb in that rice bowl, that was really, really good. I went and again talked to the pit master, checked out their stuff, doing phenomenal work. And it's really kind of a cool situation. I think they are a Bib Gourmands selection, which is slightly different from Michelin Star, but still fantastic. Great value too. You know, everything we've gotten so far today, both at Interstellar and here at KGB, those platters were about $50 each, which is kind of great to share. Thank God I have a couple people with me that is sharing with it. Otherwise, I'd be taking so much leftovers home and I'd be so full. But we got one more spot to go to, and I believe this is also another Michelin Star barbecue joint, and that is Leroy and Lewis. All right, guys, so we're in our third spot here, and this is called Leroy and Lewis BBQ. This is in South Austin, so we've kind of hit 3 different points of Austin, and this is where we're finishing off, and this is actually one of the younger ones. They've only been around for the last year or two. I think they started actually last year at this location in 2024 in March, so they're coming up on their 1-year anniversary, and they're kind of more new school with old school style service. It's not as rustic as the last two. It's kind of like a bit more of a traditional restaurant setup with counter diner service. But anyway, we're gonna go and try again 2 more meats and then a couple of different sides. And what I mean by it's different and a little bit more new age, because it's not just the traditional side. So we have here, this is their 2 meat platter. And this was about, because the 2 meats are a little bit extra, the ones that I got, this was about $30 here with including a Frito Pie. So we're going to dig into that Frito Pie in a bit. But of course, you got the brisket. We're doing the sliced brisket on this. And of course, they got beef cheeks. Then as you can notice, kimchi, as well as beef fat potato chips. So we're going to dig into all of this and really try this place out. All right, first thing to try is, of course, this is their sliced brisket. It's got a nice little layer of fat in the middle there. Nice gristle on the edge. Oh, that brisket is super tender. That is really gotta try that more of that. Oh yeah. That sliced brisket is just phenomenal. All right, so the second meat that we're trying is their beef cheeks. These look really, really good. You can't necessarily see the fat that you have with the brisket on there, but let's try it because it pulled off really well. So I'm guessing the amount of fat that it has within the content within it is still pretty good. So, oh yeah. That actually melted even quicker than the brisket did. That is absolutely phenomenal. I got to try another bite of that one. Wow, these beef cheeks are so soft.
It would taste really good on nachos.
She just said it tasted really good on like nachos if you shredded it. That'd be so good. Oh my God. This fat as my cheeks. Oh man. So good. All right, so we're gonna dig into all three sides right now. So first off, beef fat, potato chips. Ooh. Actually gives a really nice flavor. That's really, really good. You don't even need to add any salt or anything to that. That's fantastic. And of course, kimchi. Now, one of the things, all the stuff from meats to even like the kimchi and stuff comes from local farms. They'll have like a list of that up top when you go to order. But yeah. Oh, make kimchi. Nice spice to it. Actually, that's got a very good spice to it. Sometimes you get store-bought kimchis and stuff like that. They're a little under spice. That has a nice, and it's a slow burn too because it's picking up heat as I eat it more. Very, very nice. And then of course now, Frito Pie time. Get a little Fritos, a little chili there. I didn't ask what beef they have there. But, oh, that's really good. I'm gonna guess it's probably the brisket that they pull apart. It might actually be the beef cheeks in there. That's actually, ooh, that Frito Pie is spicy too. Like that actually has a really nice spice to it. Even above the kimchi level. And if you have it right after the kimchi, oh man. Leroy Lewis. Fantastic job, guys. Alrighty guys, so that was 3 unique spots for barbecue here in Austin, Texas. And just remember, Interstellar, that's on the northwest side, kind of a little bit east of downtown off Manor Road, that is KG Barbecue. And then here in South Austin is, of course, Leroy and Lewis. Leroy and Lewis being the youngest. I think they started off as a food truck for about 4 or 5 years, and then they opened up this kind of brick and mortar spot last year in March in 2024. So it is absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to think what I had. We had 6 different meats on all the sides. Of the sides, obviously, the smoked Gouda mac and cheese was my favorite side. Of the meats, it's kind of a toss-up between the beef cheeks here and then the pork belly. That peach tea pork belly was absolutely phenomenal. It's really kind of like all 6 of the meats were just delicious. The lamb with the rice bowl itself was probably the best combination thing that you could get. But it's there was just so much. Even like the Frito Pie. The Frito Pie, I talked to the pit master and he was telling me that it uses chopped, like sliced up brisket. So that's where the brisket that's the meat in the Frito Pie is their brisket. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 particular barbecue spots. Definitely check them out. 2 of them, Leroy Lewis and Interstellar, both have Michelin stars. And of course, the bib recommendation is for KG. So all of them are great. All of them are fantastic. They're all in the top 5, 10 on almost any magazine when it comes to Austin, Texas barbecue. So definitely check them out. I'll leave all their links in the description below. But anyway, guys, until we meet again, peace out and have a great night.